Take us away.
Okay, on the stream. There's your background. Let's see. Okay, Alright, I guess we should explain the concept of what we're doing here.
Yes. Shit. Yes.
Yeah. Essentially, okay. We got this idea.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Oh yeah, sure. This is Martin Ferguson. I'm the writer, colorist, all that for Wright As Rayne.
I'm Adam Cowie. I'm the line artist, and that's basically it for Wright As Rayne.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of creative input and stuff too.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I say credits where it's due there. Anytime I introduce myself for Blues, I point that out. So.
Oh.
I point out my role in it.
Yeah, but I don't think I have as much impact for Wright As Rayne as you do for Blues.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were saying.
I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so the idea here, and first of all, just to give credit where it's due, we got this idea from here, let me look up his name.
The guy who does Gunnar Krieg.
Yeah, or Gunnar Krieg, or how you pronounce it.
I say Gunnar Krieg just because I like to pretend I'm European.
Yeah. Well, it is set in the UK.
Oh.
Anyway, Tom Siddle. You can read that at GUNNERKRIGG.com, and it's a very good comic. I'd recommend it.
I think it's your favorite now, isn't it?
If I'm being honest, I think it's kind of gotten kind of boring lately.
We all hit our dull spots.
Yeah. But still, it is a very good comic. I would recommend it.
Anyway, back on.
Anyway, so what exactly we're doing is, and we plan to do this with all three comics.
Yes.
Is we're going to go back through each comic chapter at a time and just do some like retrospective commentary on them, just our thoughts on how certain things hold up and things we'd change, things we like, whatever.
Yeah. We're not sure if we're going to do. We're starting with Wright As Rayne, naturally, because that's where it all began. And we're not sure if we're going to do just the prologue or the prologue in the first chapter.
Yeah. If we do just the prologue, then just in the name of keeping things even, we might go ahead and do the first chapter before we do the first chapters of the other two comics. But don't take that as fact.
Yeah, definitely, because I think it's very important that we start with Wright As Rayne. It was
probably go it, then Black Princess, then Blues, just so that's the order they started in.
Right. Although for Black Princess, we might have to try and get Abe on board. We're not sure yet. Anyway, first page. Any fond memories, Martin?
Yeah. Compositionally, I like the structure of this page even now.
Really?
It's just like, yeah. Well, I mean, like the basic setup. Like I think opening with the bar and all that is a good call, and like opening with the skyline and stuff. Don't so much like the execution, because I do kind of think this prologue should have done one longer than it did, looking back. If I'm being honest, this page and the 2 or 3 or 4 were added like last minute.
Yeah. This is, for me, this whole sequence is just going to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like I know our evolution is.
If it helps, I'm not very fond of the colors I'm using here either.
I look sad employee.
Yeah. We need to have that guy show up again.
Yeah, so. No, we get like that for a lot of the extras. We have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
How Miss Brooks kind of started off that way.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that, it might be better to go into this for chapter 2, but I'll just go ahead and mention it. I always intended Barrier Market to be a bigger deal than it is.
Who?
I always Barrier Market, the place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can kind of tell.
Yeah, I always intended that to be like a recurring location. We will go back there at least once. I do have at least one big story thing planned there, but I always intended it to be kind of a big thing.
Okay, going to the next page now.
I don't know. Do you have anything else on this one?
No. I already clicked it. Martin is.
I did well.
Martin is kind of lagging a little bit. It takes him because of the way this is set up. It takes him a second to see whatever I do on here.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the pages myself from different tabs. So
never mind.
So just give me the word whenever you move to the next page, and I can do the same.
Okay. I'm on the next page now. I just noticed Alex has like these little clips at the front of his jacket.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have those anymore. What happened?
I don't know. There have been a lot of little things like that in the art, honestly.
Yeah.
I kind of would like to put more detail in his jacket than it is, because it looks oddly smooth.
yeah, I kind of like that, but it seems like for his lifestyle, it would be kind of beaten up.
Yeah, well, I was thinking more like just for the kind of jacket that it is, you would think there would be like some like buttons or straps or pockets or something.
Oh, it's probably got a shit ton of pockets.
Yeah, it's just like nothing you can really see whenever we draw him.
Yeah, we need to put some. Oh shit, we should have done that with the redesigns.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, I don't really know why exactly I hid Melissa's face here. I remember that was called for in the script.
No. What happened was that was my decision because I was really excited to do Melissa's face, but then I think I just kind of thought it would be sort of mysterious.
Yeah. See, nowadays there would actually be a mystery in hiding the faces because they look different.
Yeah. Oh, God. Like John is reading a magazine with the world's shittiest car drawn into it.
Yeah.
This honestly makes me feel better because I'm insecure about how I draw cars and Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always weird for us to look back on stuff like the hardest parts for me to look back are like the first 2 or 3 chapters and ones that were like 2 chapters ago. Those are the hardest for me.
Yeah, because after a certain point you sort of get used to it. What was with the way I drew crotches? Did I not know?
Sure.
Oh God, I was still doing like the thicker outline and everything.
I like that the pants designs were on John there, and yet we didn't start doing them again until like 300 pages later.
That's a good point. What the fuck? I think I was trying to like be all cool.
And with the brick details in the background there, which again we didn't really start doing those consistently until like 300 pages later.
Oh Jesus. I'm moving on to the next page. I'm sorry. This is... Oh, God. This whole prologue is just going to be torture. I'm so embarrassed. What the fuck? I remember thinking we were going to see Green Bang's man again sometime, but we really haven't.
Yeah. I seem to recall there was some sort of idea in place for him, but I really don't remember it. Well, I guess credit where it's due. His face and ounces do actually look pretty consistently different here.
I guess.
Yeah.
Seeing
Misty there actually reminds me that there was supposed to be a different first page. We just didn't do it for time. But there was supposed to be like starting out with a splash page, kind of like a cover of just Misty entering into the bar.
Yeah. There was also the idea of, I don't know if we were planning on actually doing this for a page or if it was just going to be like a joke picture. Jesus God, the more I look, the worse it gets. But it was going to be a picture of her trying to get past the bouncer, even though it's a bar for gay men.
Yeah.
Okay. Now speaking of,
I believe that might have been the joke for that splash page.
Yeah. Speaking of the name of the bar is the Cocktail, obviously from the first panel. And do you know that there was a George Carlin bit where he suggested names of various names of gay bars, and that was one of them?
I think you mentioned that to me at the time whenever we drew this, or whenever I wrote it or something, but I'd already had the name in mind, just independent of that.
Yeah. It's kind of an obvious joke. Okay, I gotta push through this. I'm sorry. I did not.
Well, at least if we're gonna do the first chapter, we don't have time to dwell anyway. So.
True. Let's keep going. Page 4.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember being really impressed at how I drew Alex in this. Like how I thought he legitimately looked drunk off his ass.
I'm really distracted by the fact I missed coloring his mouth in one panel.
Also in that one panel, Misty's pants are really bright.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what happened was I went through and did a night color scheme later, and I just missed them in that one spot. Oh wait, no! I know what I was going for. There. Yeah. The idea was that she was supposed to be in the light coming from the door of the building. Because if you notice, all of her colors are lighter in that panel.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus God, the background. I can't even... Oh, this is where I decided to get that Misty should have a gigantic ass too.
Yeah.
Like, I just wrote to Martin one day and said, like, I have decided that as long as I am the artist, Misty will have a gigantic ass. Do you approve?
And that since led to, like, playing up her chubbiness in general. So she always kind of was, like, supposed to be stout.
Yeah.
But this just led to her being a bit more chubby.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, speaking of, I do kind of regret how I went about introducing Serena and Misty.
Yeah, it makes them look much more evil.
Yeah, and the first few chapters the first couple of chapters of BP make Misty look much more incompetent.
As seen by your introduction as being thrown over Alex's shoulder, judo style.
Yeah, like now, since then Misty's become probably one of the most dangerous characters around, I would say, just because of how quick thinking she is.
Yeah.
But just like,
we'll
get to this when we come to it, but whenever she fought that snake and was just completely ineffectual.
Oh. It's funny that you say that me and Abe were the ones who turned Misty into a gamer, but I noticed in this page, like the sock, what is that, Jigglypuff?
Yeah, that was there just because I thought there would be some kind of design there, and I always figured that was what led to the idea.
Yeah, it's probably
but I think
right.
I was actually just and I wasn't even going for a Jigglypuff, I was just going for a rabbit.
Yeah. God, we sucked back then. Okay, next page 5.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. What is with Misty's arm in that second panel? There's something so weird. I'm sorry that
exploding out of her. Yeah, it's like something's exploding out of her armpit.
I think that's supposed to be her breast. I'm sorry, everyone, that my contribution of this is mostly just the artwork, but that's honestly what I feel.
And here's some of the only blood we've had in the comment so far.
That's true. We were just talking about this the other day, that there hasn't been. Oh wow, Alex hit her fucking hard. She looks like a Muppet.
Yeah.
We were just talking the other day about how there actually hasn't been that much blood in the comic at all.
Yeah, that's changing.
Yeah.
It's like fair warning to everybody, that's changing.
Yeah. I'm flipping through the next page. I can't linger. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't have much to say on this one anyway. There's one thing I could say, but it'll apply for the next one too.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, just with Section 24, I think it kind of shows that they were supposed to have a bigger role early on than they do.
Yeah.
It's like don't get me wrong, everybody listening. They're going to have a big role and they're going to show back up again. It's just like they were intended to be involved in some early chapters that have since been retold.
Hang on, I'm going to tweak the audio if you guys see the mixer coming up. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to eat this.
I noticed that while she's wiping away with the blood from her nose there.
Oh, jeez, there's a shit ton of blood.
Yeah. And I noticed that she's like flipping out off as she's doing it.
I think that's accidental. I'm sure that was meant to be an index finger.
Yeah.
Actually, that shot of gas speed is actually not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually drawn okay for the time.
Yeah, it's just too wide. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like if it were narrowed down, it'd probably look fine.
Yeah, actually,
that makes me really want to do the redesign of him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be fun. Like I do genuinely like the design, and also the forearms are too thin.
Yeah. And his shoulders are like way wider than his chest is.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the next page.
Yeah. Oh, I maybe should talk on that powder thing real quick.
Oh yeah, powder.
Yeah, that was something that we like. That was in the search and all that. But at the time, we had no idea how to do that.
Oh yeah. Like now, with Mega Studio, we could get something really pretty.
Yeah, and it'd be a joke.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like whenever it pops up again in Power Tower or whatever. We had a better idea of how to do it there, but still, like now with the system we're using, that would be so easy.
Oh god, yeah. We could just fart that out.
Yeah. Does that car not have any tires?
Don't think it does. Oh Jesus. I'm on page 7 now. That cloud is still in the background, except it looks completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, page 7. I remember being pretty disappointed with this one. Like, this was the first real disappointment even at the time. I think it's just because it was supposed to be like this, like, fast-paced kind of brawl, and it just came out looking really slow and awkward.
Yeah, I still think I need to work on how I draw fight scenes, although at least I'm better than fucking this.
Yeah.
It's been a big retrospect. I'm at like this point in my life where I'm being retrospective on everything because of my graduation, and this is like and this is just one of those moments.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I've come pretty far.
I completely forgot that. No, you were saying.
Actually, that is something I wanted to bring up about this first prologue. I was averaging about a page a month when I was doing these first ones.
Yeah, like I remember we did like the first 2 or 3 pages in the span of a couple weeks, and then after that, it slowed to a crawl.
That was entirely on me. I remember like I would just do one and then I would just procrastinate the next one forever.
Yeah, I remember at a point I just had to start badgering you to do pages.
I think the wake up call was at one point like, yeah, if we don't do the prologue, you said, yeah, if we don't finish the prologues like by the end of the year, I'm just gonna drop it. And I'm like, okay, shit, this matters to you. I've gotta man up.
Yeah. Yeah. Once we got through the prologue, the pace picked up a lot.
And then my computer died.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a scare because I had just had an issue with like losing a bunch of files on my computer.
Oh yeah, because we lost a lot of like pictures for some of the DeviantArt pages because we both died at the same time.
Yeah. And yeah, so there was this scare that we might have lost some of the pages, and we didn't.
Oh yeah.
I think we lost like a colored version of 1 or 2 of them, but we didn't lose any pages at least.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah. I've honestly half wondered about if we still have these, if we still have, like, the, Manga Studio files for these.
I probably not.
Yeah. I've wondered about if we did, maybe doing just, like, a recoloring of these just to look a bit better.
Oh, Jesus, man. I don't know how much that would help.
Yeah.
Maybe it would. Anyway, I'm going on to page 8.
Alright.
We'll talk more about the dying computer later on.
Yeah.
The static line, was that meant to be like a Static Shock reference?
I forget what I don't remember what the deal with that was. I think there was somewhere I think there was a meaning I had in mind for that, but I guess it's more just I think it was maybe something where like Alex's hair was supposed to be standing up from the head.
That was probably it. Yeah. Fuck me. I would have hated to see how I would have drawn that.
Oh my God! What's that green street light? What's that?
Wait, green what? Oh, what I think like that cylinder in the background.
Huh?
Like that cylinder in the background, or?
No, I'm talking about the color of that street light itself. It's like it's green.
Oh yeah. Why is the red one at the bottom?
I don't know.
I'm moving on. Man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. There is one more thing I'd like to say on this one real quick.
Oh yeah.
Which is just like it's still it's still kind of weirding me out that the prologue fight is probably one of the most brutal ones we've done so far.
Oh my God, you're probably right.
Like Tarla just is beaten down like crazy. Which again, this is not an isolated incident. This will be something like this will be happening again.
Yeah, we have some very violent, very brutal fights planned out.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember. I got the sense that you kind of wanted to complain about this, but didn't really but were kind of trying to spare my feelings because that thing about the speech bubble there, I threw that in.
Yeah, because I actually had not wanted to do any thinking stuff in the comments.
Yeah. I don't think we've done that since.
It's come up every now and then, not a lot. Like it's probably not something I would want to see again. Outside of like if like a character's completely alone.
Yeah. And even then, it's more of like a monologue. It's more of an inner monologue thing.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah. But like there will be cases of characters kind of like talking to themselves and thinking to themselves and stuff, but I don't know if you'll ever just see somebody thinking in the middle of a fight like this again. That's the only reason it was done here, and it was completely was just because the art was hard to read, and it was just thrown in to explain that.
Is Ellen slapping him with milk?
Yeah. Actually, I believe that might be antifreeze.
I just realized something. We weren't doing the dog muzzle thing back then.
Then what?
We weren't doing the dog muzzle thing back then. That evolved.
Yeah.
It was because,
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was because the side profiles were turning out really weird, and you just started switching to that as an easier way to do.
Yeah, because the thing was, like, I had no experience. As I'm talking, I'm going to switch on to number 10. Do you have anything you want to say?
I do, but it relates to number 10, so go on.
Okay. Before the comics started, I had no idea how to do side profiles because I just never drew it. I always drew someone from the front, or from slightly to the side. So I never had any idea how to do side profiles. So
we're getting there on it because, like, offhand, the current Blues chapter Valerie is almost exclusively seen from the side.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm good with it now. It's just like at the time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's just like we've been doing it a lot more, and ever since we made the switch doing the full-on side profiles, I've been pretty happy with how it's been coming out.
Oh yeah. Anyway, you were saying.
Anyway, couple of things about this page and the previous one. One, they were originally scripted as one page, and Adam just didn't think he could fit it all together.
Yeah, it would have been too crammed, especially because I think I wanted to do like something really big and intimidating with this last shot.
Yeah, and two, Ellen actually did have some dialogue here, and just it had to be cut for space.
Oh shit! I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I do remember us joking about how she was completely silent throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, whenever she so talked to them and stuff, which I put a joke on that on a much later page.
Yeah.
Whenever the subject ever came up, whenever I was talking to John said that she's normally very talkative, and just the night before this, she'd blown out her voice at a concert.
Look how tiny her ear is in that last panel. It's like a quarter.
Yeah, that's weird. Number of new redesigner that gives me the idea of different small ears, but not that small.
It would.
Look at that. That's like smaller than Misty's pupils.
Oh my god, it is. Maybe you could make up some sort of reasoning related to her powers. Like she already has gills. Maybe she has like a bunch of other weird body modifications that help. She was born with just to help her work in the water. Maybe she has webbed toes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm moving on to the next page. Okay.
Right.
I can't remember. Was the thing about her hair being perpetually wet? Was that her part of her design, or did I throw that in?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that was part of her design.
Okay, cool. Because I thought it was because I really like that touch. Like I remember even back here, I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Like, if you think about it, it doesn't really make that much sense, but it's one of those cool things with the power. So
yeah, it just looks neat.
Yeah. Sometimes in superhero stories, that's just what you have to do. Just go with what looks neat.
Like how in the Justice League show, Green Lantern's eyes were turned green whenever he was wearing the ring. Like it never happened in the comics. It made zero sense, but that's just it was just cool.
I think the movie did that too.
Oh fuck that anyway.
Yeah,
I really shit. Okay, I think I must have been doing that Power Girl thing where every issue I do it bigger because Misty's ass has apparently grown in the past 2 minutes.
Yeah, and speaking of that,
that's a quarter.
Again, I regret how I went about introducing Serena and Misty.
You're saying?
Yeah, because I said, but yeah, this like line Misty has here. It just goes back to how I regret how I introduced them.
Yeah. That's a good point. I get the feeling like she was going to be like sort of an underestimated character, sort of. Yeah,
that was supposed to be her thing, and Serena was kind of supposed to be a little bit more of a jerk with a heart of gold.
Yeah.
But it just turned into just straight up. They're just pretty much just like best buddies. Like Misty's the thinker, while Serena is kind of brash and all that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on to the next page now, page 12. I I hope this isn't disjointing to all you folks. I hope you're still enjoying this, watching us jabber on like idiots.
One thing I do find interesting looking back at these old pages
is it the speech bubbles? Because I've been meaning to bring that up.
Yeah. Wow. That is something that wasn't really what I thought about.
I'm sorry.
I was saying more how the more disjointed, kind of loose sort of flow here. You didn't have the borders around everything and all that.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah, it's honestly one of those things I've kind of thought about switching to.
Really?
Yeah,
like instead of having boxes, we just have lines.
Yeah, but at the same time, the reason I don't really want to is just because of the fact that it just doesn't look as neat.
Yeah, that's my problem. It doesn't look very professional.
Yeah. For more action-y pages like this, it works pretty well.
Yeah, actually, that's one thing I'm surprised to look back on is that we have sort of the coming out of the panel sort of thing with John's punch here.
Yeah, and now it's his finger.
It makes it
adds to the illusion of depth. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it more intense. Like I was reading, I've read I've read books on making comics where shit. Okay, everyone, I am terribly sorry. The phone connection has died. Martin has to call me back on the phone. So, if you'll... There we are. And he's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay, yeah. My thing just went out for a minute, so I just missed everything you just said.
Yes, what's happening right now is I am recording what's going on my monitor while using my computer to talk with Martin on the phone.
For some reason, this phone seems to disconnect at the call whenever you just text.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Hopefully it won't happen again. Anyway, I've read books on how to make comics, and one thing they mentioned was that sort of for intense moments, it works like if you sort of break out of the panel like that. And I think I have been meaning to find a way to bring it back.
Yeah, honestly, that might work well for that upcoming fight scene.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to have to make sure not to mention spoilers while talking to Adam, because usually we discuss stuff far up in advance and comments freely.
Yeah. Also, it's going to be really weird when we start doing blues commentaries, because I'm probably going to put effort into not swearing, and I've got a massive potty mouth. Anyway,
yeah, if it wasn't clear here, which I think it is, I just want to bring it up, is that the idea with John initially swinging out with his fist not burning is the fact that he didn't want to hurt him.
Yeah, that was in the script.
Yeah, I just didn't know how much that showed. I just wanted to bring it up.
Oh fuck! I don't know how much fucking anything shows. Okay, next page, number 13, last one of the prologue. Yeah. This was the first one I did a joke version of.
Yeah.
I still do joke pages fairly often. It's just I don't submit nearly any of them.
Yeah, largely it's we turn them into just kind of doing in-jokes and stuff. Plus, it's a weekend filler, it kind of feeds the point.
Yeah. Honestly, and I don't think any of them are really funny enough to. Holy shit! The end of prologue stuff is text is really tiny. Look at that.
Yeah.
Serena's hair is really different here too.
Yeah, it is. It took a while to settle on an image for her.
I'm sure Abe had some.
Her look radically changed even just between here and the start of the video. I think we did actively do a little bit of a redesign for that.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
If you go back and look at the. Actually, if you go back and look at the first page of VP, she kind of looks in between and how she looks now and how she looks there.
Well, I can't look right now, but I'm sure we'll see when we get to that.
I was just saying it for reference.
Okay. One thing I do want to point out, because I think this ends fairly early into the next chapter, but at this point, this was a very early version of Manga Studio that I'm doing this line art in, which of course at the time was being converted into MS Paint so Martin could color it, and either I didn't know how to use the speech bubbles or the speech bubbles weren't included. Probably the former. So, as you can see, I think
that's what it was. I think it was something where I think recall something where you mentioned discovering the capability to do it, and did some like testing with it for a while and all that.
Yeah, it sounds like me. Because as you can see, obviously, I am just clumsily making the speech bubbles myself, and it's it's quite terrible.
It is. I think that it goes to I regret the thing with Serena here, and the fact that I went out of my way to work a way into the story to explain it away.
I don't follow you.
Oh, I'm just saying how cool Serena's being here.
Yeah.
I think it shows how much I regret that I actually went out of my way to work a later part into the story in chapter 7 where they meet up and Serena explain why she talks like that.
Yeah, it's honestly, the fact that she's still involved with the plan does kind of make her seem rather nasty.
Yeah.
It's kind of one reason why, obviously, you can imply a lot with the artwork, and one thing that I like to imply when she's with Laura is that Laura actually doesn't like her all that much.
Yeah.
Like, she's sort of, like, Laura will still, like, sort of take her shots at her, and I do see her as being sort of not particularly, well, not cruel, but at the same time, like, able to do things that are bad to people. Well, not alienate either, but I think she could be comfortable doing bad things to people if she wants to.
Yeah, I look at it like she said whenever they talk about this later, where it's just like the reason she was like this was because, as far as she knew, Alice is just straight up an enemy.
Even given that, I mean, the fact that she's involving Dorothy in it and has no remorse is kind of really still sort of sick.
Yeah. I kind of look at it as a case where she, and this will be kind of, this is something that BC touched on a bit, and it'll be explored more further, is she has a tendency to just follow orders and not think for the story.
Yeah, I think given the way she was raised, that's probably, that works out really well. So, do you want to do the first chapter, or, because I'm still up for this.
I think we're making pretty good times. I say, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because, it took us a while to actually, I'm on the cover now, it took us a while to actually, arrange this because of our schedules and shit.
Yeah, I think this cover was drawn a ways into the chapter.
No, I mean, I meant the commentary, but yeah, that too.
Okay, but yeah, it did take us a lot of work, because we've been wanting to do that for at least a couple of months, I'd say.
Yeah. It's just like with all the stuff going on, December has been... I've kind of had a lot of shit going on in December. I actually did... No, I can't spoil that. But...
In this cover, it's weird to kind of reflect back on this, given we just redrew it a few months ago.
I think it's okay. I mean, given the angle and everything.
I honestly think it's really not even drawn that bad.
Yeah, like this is probably the best drawn thing we've seen so far.
Though I had no idea what's going on with Severus Stones.
Well, obviously, I think the part after the opposable bit was broken off, and so she has like stub thumbs.
Yeah.
I'm more distracted by the fact that there's no byline, there's no like kind of credit shit. This is bare bones, and also we're using New Times Roman, which we did for a while, but looking back seems so wrong.
Yeah, I think it was about midway through that we pretty much decided, okay, we need a standard font to use for everything. We decided on Verdona. I want to hang around it.
I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah. Then I believe it was Verdona. It's the same one we used for Ted.
Yeah. I think it's Verdana.
Okay. And we just committed to that, and ever since then we've kind of been doing different stuff, like the current logo. It took us forever to find the font for that.
Oh yeah.
But,
we put a lot of work into it, and so just seeing this laziness is really strange.
Yeah. This cover, I actually do like this idea a good bit, and I do like the. I of course like the read-ups we did of it more.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Moving on to
the funny thing about it was that we completely miscommunicated on what the public was going to be.
What was it? Was it going to be Alex or was it going to be Dorothy?
Oh no, not that. It's just like you did the marionette thing. Well, I was picturing it more like Dorothy's body, just like puppetified, looking kind of like Gino.
Honestly, that would have looked fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like given how bad my art was back then, I think this worked out for better for the long term.
Yeah, I remember at the time I had told. Yeah, actually I mentioned this in the comments on it. Even at the time I had told you about it, you said you thought it would look better. But now, yeah, the way we just played right now.
Yeah. Say his name again for the record. Like, just I know this is off topic, but can you say it again?
I said Gino.
Okay, yeah, I say Gino too. I've heard some people say Gino.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the first page. Were you going kind of misfile-ish for this?
Actually not really. There was something I was thinking of for it, but I don't recall what it was. It is pretty structurally similar to Misfile, though.
Yeah, it is. Like, I guess it's hard not to do something like that for this kind of story, I guess.
Although I guess it kind of goes in the opposite direction, because with Misfile, it's treated very casually whenever you first see Ash's face or whatever, and in the last panel, whenever he's reacting to it, you don't see him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. We can't really. I do like. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I do like how we're not seeing Alex's face until the big reveal.
I believe it actually was intentional.
Okay. On to the next page. Oh, sorry.
I was just to say one thing about this page was that the technical thing that was made up entirely just as a background detail for this page, just so that I had mentioned Dorothy's a sci-fi fan.
Oh yeah, I think I pulled that out of my ass.
Yeah, and like with it, you came up with a plot synopsis and all that, and it's actually kind of become a recurring thing now.
Yeah, I'm strangely proud of that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say I believe the next page mentions it.
Let me see. Wait, the next page the
page you're drawing right now, I believe it mentions it.
I don't think so. Okay, well, never mind. Anyway, page 2 for when it's right.
Oh yeah, it is mentioned last panel.
Nice.
Let's see here.
Okay, got.
Yeah, this.
What am I gonna say about this?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I think this was the last page I drew before my computer died.
I think so. Actually, no, I don't think it is. I think the next one was.
Okay. Well, anyway, this page, easy as shit for me. Like this was like, yeah. I farted this out.
This is how the first page I'm looking back at, and like really grimacing.
Really?
Structurally, yeah. Like, well, I mean, just like in terms of like the writing and stuff, just like.
Okay, I guess yeah. You have. Holy shit! Her middle name is Rose. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I was talking about page 2 and everything. But yeah, the middle name thing. Yeah, that's come up a couple times. I didn't really draw attention to it. And if anyone's wondering, no, that having the names of 2 golden girls right there in the same name, that was not intentional.
I think it was. I'm gonna guess it was a Big O reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where the name Dorothy came from.
Yes. Which just I'll throw this out there in case anybody wants to bring it up. No, I'm not all that big on the show.
No, me neither.
Okay, first season's good, second season sucks.
I'd go back. I'd say the opposite on that, but yeah, still not that big a fan.
Yeah, I don't know. Even the first season, I'm really not that big on. But on the second season, it just feels like too much of a Batman ripoff.
Yeah, it kind of does, but I think that works to its benefit. Oh shit, we really have nothing to say on this page, do we?
Yeah.
We're talking about anime that neither of us really likes that much.
Yeah. I am curious, actually just going to this page real quick, I am curious where that 8 Sin logo came from.
I think I made that.
Yeah, because I've always had a logo in mind for it, and it's not that.
Have we even seen this again?
I don't believe so. It might have been on like the Aaron pad or something.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the next page because obviously we've got nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, how long was this chapter anyway?
I think 40 something.
Oh Jesus.
42 pages.
Oh God, most of it was that shit fight. Okay.
Yeah. By comparison, the first chapter for BP to be a joke. Its first chapter was like 13 pages.
Yeah, that was kind of the standard for a bit. Yeah. Oh, Jesus God, Sarabeth looks terrible.
Yeah, her head looks like it's detaching.
It does!
Yeah, I did need to introduce them early, but I really don't know, in retrospect, why I put Maria and Candace in this first chapter.
People who read this comic are fans. We love you. How did you look past this? Did you just skip this? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I honestly kind of want to like put some kind of story recap page soon, just so people don't have to look back that far.
Oh my God, that is fucking genius. I am 100% behind this.
Yeah, just kind of tell people like, if you really prefer to, just start at the recap page.
Actually, we should do that after. Actually, after the current Wright As Rayne chapter is done, we need to do some between chapter filler based entirely on that.
Yeah.
Like, it would be a good place for it too, because the next chapter is spoiler.
Second panel has a typo.
Well, in all fairness, he shouldn't be too hard to sustain. Yeah, that's terrible. In all fairness.
Oh no, that's not even what I was talking about. I was talking about the ALNG. I didn't even notice that one.
Oh wow. Okay, back when we were doing these, now obviously I just take the scripts that Martin has, I copy and paste the text, and then I copy the text, then I paste it into Manga Studio, and then I make the speech bubble and everything. Back here, for some weird fucking reason, I would type it again instead of copy pasting it.
Honestly, typing it in would probably be beneficial because of how often I make typos and random word swaps and stuff.
No, I do it like all the time. I do it all the time now. I don't remember. I think I was doing it so I could paraphrase in case, because I was having a lot of trouble with.
That was it, because initially you did kind of have a lot of trouble knowing how to like place words right and stuff.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with that, and now I'm a fucking master of it.
Yeah, that's actually one thing we do like pretty consistently get praised on in like reviews and stuff, which do tend to be up and down. Then is people tend to like point out how we're good at that.
Wow, that is fake fucking praise.
Yeah.
I don't read our reviews because I'm a secure little bitch.
Yeah. Well, I'll also mention people mention that a lot in that comment on the page above thread.
Okay. Yeah, that's something.
I'll have to show you some of those sometimes. Whatever.
Okay, maybe after. Anyway, next page.
Yeah. Actually, real quick on this one.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, I don't really know why. Well, I was talking about page 4. I don't really know why I put Maria and Candace in this chapter. Like, the intention was always to debut them early. It's just looking back, there wasn't anything to do.
Yeah.
And originally, Maria was going to be in the prologue.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Let's see, page 5 now.
Yeah, page 5. In joke on Dorothy's. Oh shit! All of a sudden, speech bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, big deal.
Like, it doesn't look perfect here because like text is too big.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of off center, but
yeah.
It is a pretty like radical change just off the back there.
Yeah, it's really distracting. Wow.
Yeah. And another mouth I didn't color. And I didn't color the inside of any of those mouths.
You lazy motherfucker.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Kathy's design is use like the originally planned haircut for Dorothy, kind of.
Yeah. I think I was the one who said, yeah, I don't like that haircut, can we do something else?
Yeah. Which, honestly, I wasn't drawing it right anyway. That's how I always pictured it being, right?
Yeah?
Was less kind of spiky like that and more just kind of, like, messed up.
Yeah.
Like, the idea I had with it was, like, as Dorothy, Alex would tend to, like, mix his hair up and just kind of, like, get it like this, like, kind of blobby looking thing, so that it looked shorter than it actually was.
Yeah, I could see that. I suggested changing Dorothy's hair design, and so I drew up like 2 or 3 different designs, and Martin just picked one, and just picked the one he liked best.
Yeah.
I actually preferred another one, but looking back, yeah, this was way better.
Yeah. Though we since incorporated some elements to the redesign.
Oh yeah, we kind of did. Anyway, next one. I'm sorry if I'm rushing through, but there are like 40 of these fucking pages.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't want it.
Where are her thumbs in the first panel?
Well, you can see one. I guess they're just like, I don't know about one of them, but the other one I guess is like behind the banister.
God, shit.
That'd be a really awkward way to hold one of them.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm trying to find a chair here. Really, but it seems like it would be. But yeah, this place, like, how many conversations have these two had in this location?
Yeah, the page I am drawing, I'm finishing up a page right now, and I stopped so we could do this commentary, and the page I'm drawing right now takes place on this fucking balcony.
Yeah, and it's these two talking.
Yeah. Like, this is the single most recurring location we've had in any of the comics.
Yeah, outside of maybe like some random room or something.
Yeah, like I think more. No, we see the inside of the dorms in the center a couple of times.
Yeah.
That's something we have been complaining about. We do want to get like more identifiable locations, like places, sets.
Yeah, which that'll probably come eventually. Like, I will say that a while back I did do a distress map of what of Dorothy's apartment's layout. We'll probably do a filler of that eventually.
Oh yeah. I think I had a. Okay, I'm just gonna go on. I think I had a cry over this page. I was still trying to figure out how the speech bubbles. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, this page.
I was trying to figure out how the speech bubbles worked, and it took me a really long time to get it right because
I know they say to never redo pages in a webcomic or whatever, but this one I want to redo. Like, just straight up. I want...
That's a slippery slope, my friend.
Yeah, like, if I'm ever thinking about somebody reading through the comics, this is the page I'm embarrassed by. Like,
wow.
This is the one my mind goes to.
That's how much this page sucks.
It's like, honestly, I might well just see if on a weekend update one time just to redo this page. It'd be easy, 2 heads, background.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, just link to the original in comments in case anybody cares.
Yeah. I remember when I did this. For some reason, like I was having a lot of trouble with the speech bubbles, and they would turn up behind the lines. Like speech bubbles would be behind heads and behind the background.
And then there was that time where like the picture completely disappeared and there was nothing but speech bubbles there.
Yeah. I remember I was like so pissed by the time this was finally done with, and that was on top of having to figure out where to put the drawings, where to put the balloons. I mean, like because this was. Yeah,
this page is awful. And what's with Sarabeth's mouth? It's just straight black. She wispy woods.
Just smack him with apples. I think the only one thing I think I once had a joke in mind for this of like I fail to see how you being a coward justifies the fact that I currently have breasts and have Cerebeth's reply being, well, barely, mine are bigger. I'm a dumbass anyway. Page 8. I forgot there was still a shit ton of dialogue in this one. Wow.
Yeah, I honestly kind of regret this whole scene.
Yeah, it's all.
And you can see where we started to move toward the border thing here, because it just interrupts the middle of this page.
No, I think that's the. Oh yeah, no, I think that's the border of the banister.
Yeah, well, if so, I just told her wrong.
Fucking, I'm moving on.
It might not. Yeah.
I want to see Laura. I want to see Ropun. Yeah, I exported this. I probably, when exporting it from Manga Studio, I probably just accidentally made it tiny, and for some reason, neither of us noticed.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? We didn't notice this until a couple of days ago.
Incidentally, this I kind of intend. Okay, in case it wasn't clear, I just want to throw this out there. The brand of wine, brand of wine that Cerebras mentions and Alex says he has a problem with it. It's supposed to be the wine his parents make.
Yeah, because they own a vineyard.
Yeah. I didn't know how clear that was. I mean, I know we've seen the vineyard thing in the comments, and I figured the fact that it's named Rain.
Yeah.
Would make it clear, but I just wanted to throw that out there in case anyone didn't know.
Yeah. I'm moving on.
I think the next one. It is. Okay.
This is the reveal of one of our favorite characters of the comic, Miss Brooks.
Yeah. And full on, he's just kind of standing there.
For some reason, getting a ton of groupies.
Yeah. Well, the idea is he's a model.
Still. We were...
This is the busiest this building has ever run.
Oh my god, you're right. I'm so fucking lazy with extras now.
Yeah. I think we're getting better on that.
Yeah, there's an effort
to... to CT chapter 4 again.
Ah, Jesus.
Like Christ this page. Or Christ this chapter.
Oh, you want to complain? I'm the one doing the line art.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a very busy chapter.
It is, it really is.
Yeah, this page, I do like how this one's executed, and I do think I kind of wish I'd cut to it sooner just to interrupt that last scene.
Yeah, I do really like how this being our introduction to power, and I do kind of she's an interesting character, and I do like her as a villain. So this was cool to see.
Yeah. What's funny is Miss Brooks was never really intended to be any sort of actual character. She was just thrown in to be somebody Power was talking to, and we just kind of kept liking how she came out.
And speaking of that, I think I'd say this in the comments, but she is designed to be a. She was drawn to resemble a character from Watchmen.
Yeah. Not the movie, the comic.
Yeah, the comic. There's a very minor scene where Ozymandias is nearly assassinated, and just before it happens, he's talking with his secretary, and the two of them are walking along, and for some reason, I got out my copy of Watchmen, I opened it up, I flipped through it, I found that scene, and I drew that secretary.
I've not read Watchmen in a while.
It is very good, but...
Why doesn't she have an ear?
Where?
Her panel. She doesn't have any ears.
Birth defect, obviously. That Power in that same panel has the abyss mouth thing going on again. Yeah. Is this entertaining to you guys, watching us mock ourselves?
These will probably get a lot more like positive as we go.
Oh yeah, because we do improve on here. For example, I'm gonna attack the writing. I don't want to do this. Like for some of the early villains, I don't think we established them well enough.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of why I like Spencer more than I like Power, and I like O'Hara more than I like Martina. Is that they came later, and their personalities are much more apparent and much more like vibrant.
I think Power's at least getting a chance to show it now. She's moved into a supporting character role.
Yeah, she's shining now, but like it would have been neater if we had gotten like some sort of establishing moment or something.
Yeah. And then there are her flunkies and stuff, which they'll be coming back.
Yeah, I'm going into the next page.
I'll go ahead and mention now, just because I don't know if I'm going to go through with it or not. But for a long time, there's been a plan to have a chapter that stars Paul and Ruki.
Stars who? Can you say that again?
Paul and Ruki.
Okay, yeah, that'll be interesting.
Like, that's been a plan for a long time. I don't know if that will actually happen, which is why I'm mentioning it. Because otherwise, I probably would, like if it was for sure happening, I probably would not mention it in something like this.
Oh.
But since it's a maybe, maybe not, no, you guys weigh in and tell us what you think.
Oh, Jesus God, the art on this page is worse than I thought. And this was, you could tell I was shit. Hold on. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, for a second it sounded like you had been cut, like I had lost you.
I hope you all are enjoying us constantly having to ask about that.
And me flipping occasionally.
Blue-haired Spencer there.
Yeah. The extras in this fucking place. This is really bad. Like I think I was trying to like, oh, I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna be awesome, and it's just.
Rather than a window.
Yeah.
Like they're too big.
I know. It's like maybe it's not a window. Maybe it's like a driveway, a drive-in movie, and it's being projected onto the wall.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like a Aaron Brockovich style real estate law thriller.
Yeah, some sort of ad for maybe it's some sort of like billboard ad for a lawyer or something that does people are bigger than that house.
Better Call Saul, that sort of thing. Yeah. I'm getting really hammy for this commentary. I'm sorry. Is that pissing you guys off? I try to maintain stuff.
I have to wait for their answer, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm going on to the next page because we get to see Laura. Yes, Ropan.
I'm looking through at these pages and I'm seeing where people rated these like in like some places rated them like 4s or something, or even like rated 3s, and I'm like, how generous are you?
Thank you. That's pity.
Yeah.
These are pity ratings.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that we had ratings.
Yeah, Atomic Fury does that, but it's like really out of the way. I think you can turn it off, which I kind of would rather do. But
Yeah, I'm tempted to do. Why is Dorothy's neck so thick in the first 2 panels?
what?
Why is Dorothy's neck so thick in the first 2 panels?
I don't know.
Especially the second one.
Yeah.
Ah, Jesus
Or
God.
it's really thick in the last one.
Yeah, not so much at least. I think it might. Maybe the shirt just draws attention. Has she ever worn that shirt again?
I don't think.
I like it. I like the colors.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I like that shirt on. And yeah, I would like to fit the shirt again. I do know Alice has worn those shoes again.
Yeah.
I actually try to keep shoes pretty consistent.
Except with Jenny, because assumingly she blows through hers a lot.
Yeah, the idea with most characters, they have like 2 or 3 pairs of shoes at most. Some of them just like Laura always has the same pair of shoes.
Oh.
But Jenny, the idea is she never like between days she will never have the same pair of shoes.
Anyway, this was. I remember feeling really, really lazy because I was reusing the background for all of these shots, and.
Yeah, I remember that just took us a while to figure out how to do that on the studio.
Yeah. And looking back, I kind of like it. I liked how this came out, because we don't do that many static shots just because I'm afraid it would be lazy, and I think we can use it more.
Yeah. And there you go, Spencer technically predates Blues.
Yeah, this obviously Blues was being planned while this was going on. Spencer was already planned to be a character in it. And so, obviously, I was looking for an excuse to work him in.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and throw this out there. Blues was not originally intended to be in the same continuity as the other Colonists. It just happened because we were doing stuff with them together just in our own time. We didn't like how it worked out.
Yeah, Alex and Grant in like these little... we've written like little... Okay, I'm just going to say, we RP with the characters a lot. Like, we each take one and we play with them like they're dolls. Yeah. And we just...
Yeah, that's pretty much what led to the shared universe and what led to the crossover and all that. It's just we like the way they click together. Yeah,
Alex and Grant really have kind of like this big brother little brother kind of relationship, and I really like it. Like it kind of sucks we weren't able to get too much into it in the crossover, and we got to do more crossovers just so we can bring that out.
Yeah, there will be more crossovers. If anyone's wondering.
Oh, definitely.
Like, we have ideas for more, and we have some ideas for each comic crossing over a Black Princess.
We have to stop ourselves from doing these.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right now, we're actually, like, hung up between 2 different crossover ideas as to which to do first, because we can't do them too close together.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go ahead and say only one of those involves war.
Yeah. And the one that does involve war is mostly based on a level from one of the Star Fox games. Guess which? Tell us in the comments. Well, kind of, sorta, mostly from the Star Fox. Anyway, I'm on.
It's more just the idea itself, but it does relate a lot to Star Wars.
It's one of my favorite levels. Anyway,
Yeah. Obviously, it's out of this dimension.
Anyway, page 13. Oh, I'm sure for the time this was really good work on the background, man.
Yeah, but it looks too like pixely.
Yeah.
Nowadays, blowing up the background like that would not be a problem, just because of how well we know how to use Mondo Studio now.
Oh yeah.
But at the time, I remember like I had to like crop out that background and like blow this up myself.
This is probably I probably like these pages more than any others that we've seen so far because I do like the way that this whole introduction came out.
Yeah. Which again, Laura's one of those characters who
we just like.
Yeah. The reason she was introduced right here, and I think it shows, but the reason she was introduced now was because I needed there to be a new viewpoint character meeting all these people so Alex could learn who they were.
Yeah. And also, we just really like Laura.
Yeah.
We want to see her.
Yeah. She'll continue to get focused. Her being listed in the main character section in the past is not a coincidence or something. She's not filler.
No, she's a big part of this story.
Yeah, and in case you're listening to this and you don't know, and you missed where we mentioned it earlier, yeah, she's a fairly frequent recurring character on Black Princess too. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'm on to page 14 now. Why is Laura not on the bus? I just realized that.
Huh. Maybe she was waiting for a different bus going somewhere else.
Maybe Dorothy got her so hot and bothered she had to make an excuse that I'm waiting for another bus.
Yeah, I liked how that guy in the background inside a panel, that was supposed to be Hazel, but it came out so off model that it's officially not.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Plus, just I changed his hairstyle a ton since then. But yeah, that was supposed to be Hazel.
Yeah. My God, I was really an egomaniac with this.
Yeah.
I got in my own name and a reference to the comic.
Yeah. At least there's also the O'Hara reference, which I knew she appeared in this chapter. I did not remember if there was already graffiti mentioning her here.
Yeah, likewise. That is surprising.
Yeah, like I knew she was in this chapter.
I like the graffiti that reads "Fuck the police." I want to bring that back.
You should just see this same building again sometime.
Oh yeah.
And I should go ahead and mention that the way I colored the graffiti of your name, that's supposed to be a double meaning.
Purple and gold, I don't...
Because, like, the shape of the sea and stuff, it's supposed to also be a reference to Adam Young.
Oh, okay, yeah, very good. Yeah, the sea is, yeah, that's very good. I guess that's cryptic to you guys because we haven't discussed what Adam Young's power is. You figure it out, gentlemen and lady. Wolf and Tina, if you don't comment on this.
I don't know if we'd actually implied that he has powers or not, but yeah, he does.
Oh shit! I just gave that away.
He'll show it again. What?
Yeah, I just gave that away. I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, I wasn't intending to hide it. I just didn't know it come up.
Anyway, I'm on page 15 now. Becky is really big in that first panel. It's like she's 5 or 6.
Yeah, she is really big.
If you've seen.
Yeah, you're saying.
If you've seen some of my other stuff, like I draw babies a lot, so I was happy to do this. I like doing cutesy stuff, and I think this was the first opportunity in the comic for me to get cutesy.
Yeah. She was supposed to play more into the upcoming story, or to the Power Story arc than she did. I mean, she did still figure into it, like she was how Alice beat Weapon.
Yeah.
It's just, and if anyone's wondering, yeah, we're coming back to that thing of her being Alice's daughter. That's not just some throwaway detail.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's mostly just not being addressed, but as it stands, Alice can't do anything about it.
Yeah, right now.
One more thing before we move on, actually. Is that the Power mentioned she's mentioned on TPA is supposed to be a reference that she's from there. I don't know if that's ever actually been said in the comic, but she is.
Yeah, I knew it was somewhere on the East Coast. I wanted to say Connecticut.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Same bunch of rich assholes. Why is okay? I'm on page 16. Why is the dialogue so tiny?
I think you said I think you had to shrink it down to fit it or something. Like in the second panel, mainly.
Yeah, because there was
it doesn't really look like it because the page isn't really that cluttered.
No.
I think this page was what made us kind of really start getting on the Miss Brooks train, like keeping her around.
Oh yeah, because I don't remember if this was added or like I can't remember whose idea this was.
I believe it was yours. I believe I just said she passed it off to somebody and you just chose Miss. Oh no, the Miss Brooks thing's mentioned in the dialogue, but yes, I wrote it down. But no, I think you might suggest it.
Either way, it's like this is really cute. Like I wouldn't mind like seeing. We talked about doing like what happens after the story, and I'm kind of curious to see how Miss Brooks works with how she looks back on her job as nanny. Apparently.
Yeah. I'd kind of like to cut something similar like this happening in like some between chapters filler or something.
Aww.
Because I kind of picture something with, and I think this is shown a lot in the writing and stuff so far, is the Power does genuinely care about her, she just doesn't really handle much of the direct caretaking.
No, Power doesn't do dirty diapers.
Yeah.
Okay, on to...
Yeah, we'll talk about that more in Power Tower, because it comes up there.
Yeah, I don't know how many of these are... I don't know if we're going to do every chapter, or if we're going to do a lot of them, but I think... yeah, we're gonna do.
I would like to eventually do everyone, but it'll probably be a while.
Yeah, it's true. But we do have to do Power Tower just because that's one of our favorites, and it's a big chapter.
Yeah. Cutting from it being mentioned to Ivy as another daughter straight to Candace, that was entirely on purpose.
Okay, Candace is. Apparently, the dialogue thing was not just for that one panel. I guess I was trying to do it for a while because it's still really tiny here.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what's very probable? I said it to be tiny in the last one, and then I just didn't, and now I was just too stupid to change it back.
Yeah. Makes sense, Adam.
Yeah.
I will say this: I still can't entirely figure out how dialogue type works in Manga Studio. It's done in a confusing way.
And once you plow through it once and just tear your hair out over it, you'll understand it fine. It just requires one really infuriating turn.
Yeah, and just speaking of Candace's necklace there, she usually has that anytime she shows up. The funny thing was that was not what was intended for her.
Oh yeah, I think I just threw that on as like a minor detail and then just stuck.
I intended for her to be wearing a Star of David, you just threw that.
Oh yeah, because I'm a lazy motherfucker. Yeah. Like the Star of David would have been like back then, would have looked terrible.
Even now, we don't. For having a comic centered around somebody with a star motif, we don't draw stars very well.
I try. Yeah. I was gonna make an excuse, but
you're
pretty
better
much.
at it than I am.
Oh, it's hard. You gotta get. Actually, I should probably start using the mirror thing more for it. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, it was nice seeing Candace like this. We actually haven't seen her that much.
Yeah. I would say more than it feels like, because she's been in quite a few chapters. She's been in a few war chapters, and she's been in some BP ones too.
Yeah. Honestly, the funny thing is when we. No, you go.
I was just to say she'll be in the next chapter of both comics.
Okay. What is the next step? Never mind. I can't ask over this.
Yeah. Well, I've made it pretty abundantly clear in story. Like next one's the Ivy League thing.
Oh yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
Like that's been pretty abundantly clear in the story. Ivy's next.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, Candace is. The funny thing is, we mentioned that we like to play games with the characters a lot. First, I don't really see what we were thinking with this. No offense, but we originally wanted to have like kind of like a little toy ship. I think is the trope name with Candace and Grant.
Yeah, I do like their chemistry together, but yeah, as a romance thing, I don't really see it.
No, I think being involved with a criminal syndicate wouldn't. Grant is kind of too much of a goody to really go with that, and plus.
Oh my God, Slender Hand.
What? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said, "Oh my God, Slender Hand."
Oh God. But yeah. yes, she's just too much of a goody-goody for... He's just too much of a goody-goody for that, and plus, I like him and Lenore a lot better.
I kind of prefer that as just like a one-sided crush. But.
I don't know. I think Grant might reciprocate a little bit, but doesn't really... But is at least kind of afraid to act on it.
Yeah, I do kind of want to get him and Candace introduced in story, though, at least. Because I do think there is a lot of potential there, just in terms of just them being friends.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because they share... I could see him being interested in how, she's... a rather infamous hero's daughter and all that.
Yeah. At the same time, I don't see him being like too incredibly sympathetic to her for a lot of points. Being he has his own thing with his parents, and she's never mind. That's going into minor spoiler territory. I'm sure a lot of you guys have figured out. This is it's sad that whenever I see a page that's really ambitious, I think this sucks.
Again, compositionally, I think this one's fine.
Yeah, I think it looks good. It's structured good. It looks like shit.
Okay, the cross keys thing. I explained this in the comments. I know it brings it up here too, and I'm gonna work with the story at some point. The reason the high school changed names was because we forgot the name had come up.
Yeah.
And then eventually, whenever we did look it up, we just decided we liked the new name more. So just the idea is that over the course of the summer, like between school years, it consolidated into a different school.
Yeah.
Which that actually also explains why Eric and Aaron and the students there have been in the city for a while.
Yeah, and Jimmy Carter is a cool president.
Yeah.
Next page. I'm sorry if I'm.
By the time the story's probably dead.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It probably changed after. Oh God. Oh, Lillian. Should we discuss how we came up with her?
Yeah, here was the interesting thing about Lillian. She was a very early precursor to the kind of redesigns we do now.
Your voice just kind of weird. Or like you change the way you're holding the phone, or...
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's cool, it's cool.
And Lillian was an early precursor to how we do stuff now, like the redesign.
Yeah.
Because we did a lot of throwing pictures of her back and forth, suggesting ideas, drawing different faces.
Yeah, like longer face, no fluffier hair, and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Because Lillian's design has changed a lot over the years. Because originally she was kind of a shorter, kind of thinner, sort of sickly-looking girl who was going to be she was going to be a year younger than Dorothy. That eventually got dropped, and then the original artist, back the first time the comic started, wanted to make her chubby instead, to help differentiate her and just add somebody like that.
Yeah.
And I liked the idea, but it didn't fit the character.
Yeah, pretty much. For here, we went with kind of a similar haircut to Sarah Beth. That's why she's also wearing a vertical striped shirt, opposed to last time we saw Sarah Beth, she had a horizontal striped shirt. And I think because she's oblivious to what Alex's situation is, we tried to give her sort of an oblivious face. Like everything's okay. I'm la la la. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Which. Yeah, if like I said, if it wasn't abundantly obvious, Lillian's role in the story will be picking up soon.
Yeah, and so we mentioned that kid.
Yeah, that kid. That kid's actually a pretty recurring extra.
Yeah, we like that kid. We have no idea who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
I want to see.
He's shown up in a while, but he has shown up a fair bit.
I'm putting him in the next page or two. I'm working him in.
Yeah.
Because we like that kid. Who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Jesus, I don't know if we're going to get through this chapter. More extra talk. Should we...
Well, let's see. We could, okay. Hold on, the chapter goes to...
No, it's fine. I'm just, kind of worried about it. It's fine. Any thoughts on this one?
this page was ambitious. I'll give it that. The bus seats are.
Yeah, it's funny. What's kind of sort of the second chapter of Wright As Rayne, and what basically is the second chapter of Blues, both has scenes on a bus.
Yeah.
Have scenes on a bus, grammatically correct version.
Yeah, you get some weird lineups like that, like how the 11th chapters of both, like the 10th chapters of both. Okay, hold on. I was going somewhere with it. I would need to check. Like I was trying to remember the numbers. Okay. This point is, at a point in time, both BP and Blues had an ice chapter going on at the same time.
Oh yeah, it's true. That's very
that's
true.
That's where I was going with it. I was trying to get the numbers right, and I realized the numbers don't line up. But they were running at the same time.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna move on.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have much in particular for this one.
I do like how this is a nice touch. I thought Alex is still kind of uncomfortable talking with Sarah Beth's sister. Like, not that he hates her, it's just like she reminds him of him too much. So he has her lean over the side of the seat to talk to them.
Yeah, I wanted to do something with that. Just play at some initial discomfort with it, and that's kind of why over the course of this chapter, Alex is really distant and stuff. And then the next one, he is kind of more actively hanging out with them, just because he's kind of slowly getting used to it.
Yeah. And speaking of, that's a nice moment here. Like, kind of the first time we see Alex. Well, that back at the bus stop too. Like the kind of the first time we see Alex relaxing and calming down is when he's with Laura, with Ropun, and that's sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, why are all of these characters taking the bus to school when they all have cars?
I remember actually wondering about that. I think the solution I eventually settled on was just that. Actually, I don't really know anymore, but I think I eventually just settled on like Alex just wasn't really up for driving, or maybe he just didn't know that Dorothy had a car. Lillian probably does not have one.
No, probably not. Moving on.
I don't think at this point in time I decided that Laura had one.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, is that me? Am I in the background of this thing? What the fuck?
I actually think that was supposed to be you.
Yeah, because I wasn't even in high school when we were doing this.
Yeah.
And I hated... Even when I was in high school, I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
That is... Okay.
Yeah. And then you have that redheaded kid and all. Something about that... Why is somebody wearing goggles?
I think those were meant to be sunglasses but I was apparently... But I'm growing increasingly convinced that this first chapter was drawn with me holding the stylus between my ass cheeks.
Speaking of, I'd really like to know why at first I decided the best way to show that Dorothy was a quarter black was to make her gray. It took forever to get past that too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like that is one reason. That is one thing. That's probably one of my favorite parts about the redesigns. I do love how she came out.
Yeah, the color had already changed there, but it took a while. I don't think it was until like chapter 10 or 11.
Okay. Okay. The first panel, like we have that little thing with Lily and Dorothy turning around. It makes it look like that one girl has like an incredibly tiny torso.
Yeah, it really does.
Or like she's bending over.
Maybe she's doing like the Moscow dance behind that.
Yeah, maybe it is. My God. Jesus God. Yeah, this is bad.
So if you've ever wondered, yeah, we have a sense of humor about ourselves.
Yeah, you have to. You have to have that because I'm gonna come out and say this. Like every time I try to put the comic out, like especially Blues, whenever I try to put it out and show it off in the real world, like show it to like people in real life, I get shut down. And so after a while, you kind of have to laugh at it. That's Andy's in Blue Blood Heroes. That's Andy's philosophy. Nothing is serious if you can laugh at it, and that's I think in a good sense that's true.
Plus, it's just like if you tell us these early pages stuff, we know.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, any thoughts on Randy Douchebag?
Yeah, yeah, I think okay, the idea with Randy was, and I think this shows in how like they're more like being friendly associated, and when next time he shows up is just like that's just kind of how he is, and he doesn't really mean anything by it. It's just like Alex doesn't know that, which is kind of why like Lillian looked so weirded out in the page before this.
Yeah. Also, I think I did draw him to look like the biggest douchebag possible. That's why I think.
Yeah, I that's how I picture him to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like he's just unlovable sort of way.
Yeah, that can be. Yeah, that can be done. I think we just need to work on it next time.
Yeah. Well, Randy will be getting worse right now.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
of that whole social circle, he's one of the more important ones.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
Well, not compared to Lillian and Laura, of course.
Well, no.
No.
Just like if you compare him to like Nick or something, like he's more important.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go to 25. Oh, Eric. Yeah. Has he ever shown up again? Like, I think he shows up like once.
Yeah, he has, but there really haven't been that many school scenes.
Like, well, there's been more school scenes than there have been in Blues, excluding the fact that it takes. Yeah. Oh shit! Chloe gets mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, Chloe's there! Hey! There she is! Hey, Chloe!
Yeah, if anyone's wondering, yes, Militant Gold is still going to happen. It's just not right now.
Okay, yeah, I hate drawing desks. That's all I have to say on this.
Maybe next time we'll come back to this class, we'll swap out the tables.
Maybe so. Anyway.
But yeah, if anyone doesn't know who Eric is he's from some side projects I'm on, and I'm actually working on I don't know how far this has progressed, but I am working on a comic starring him and his family.
Yeah, there are scripts planned.
Yeah, like there are some scripts already written. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is a very weirdly in-depth introduction to someone we don't see that much again.
Yeah, this was really just he's here for my sake. It's the same reason why one of Adam's pre-existing characters is one of the people working at the school in Blues. It's just
yeah. Oh, that's actually really funny. We see Sue at Blue. Even though there are no class scenes, we see her more than well, she does more than teach class for those kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Page 26. Yeah, not
the people in the background there. That's also just a reference to a couple of my characters.
Yeah, that's Wendy and I'm guessing Caitlin just because he's with Wendy.
Yeah, it's supposed to go to Miller.
Yeah, I think he came out Seamusy though.
Yeah, kind of. Oh. I think this was.
Why is that girl playing with the bear?
Point that out in your comments. What?
Why is the girl playing with the bear?
Yeah.
That's terrible. I am terribly sorry to everyone. That's horrible.
Yeah. Also, I really regret the choice to introduce Jack in like a jockish light. So the idea was just supposed to be that he's like physically fit and stuff, but he's not supposed to be a jock. He's supposed to be a theater nerd.
Yeah, he is supposed to be kind of like he is. One thing with Jack though is that he is kind of like that's him, by the way, in the second panel. We just he's not mentioned by name, but Jack is supposed to be kind of like an Adonis almost.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just there's a reason for it. Like if you couldn't tell from his back and his teeth, yeah, obviously he's not just a normal person. Yeah,
but he is very handsome. Well, not so much after the redesign. We had a couple of like weird touches, but he is intelligent. He's well read. He's well classified. He is really very fucking tough. He's incredible. He's very athletic, but he is sort of like the perfect man, and as I'm sure he'd tell you himself if you asked.
Yeah, I want to do more with his relationship with Laura because I really like their things together.
Yeah. Anyway, we see her again. That's very sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna move on.
I see that tray without just feeling angry over that blank page.
Oh God, fucking damn it! Fuck that fucking page. And speaking of, right on the next page, we get another... Oh, Jesus. I had an ego back then, man. Maybe I was just so eager to get to it.
Yeah. I think this was the page that went up in conjunction with BP's launch.
Was it? No, I thought... No, really? That's...
Oh, wait, no, it might have been the next one.
I would never have guessed this. Wow.
It was around this point, I know that, because it launched in February. I'll check.
While you do that, I'm just going to say...
BP launched 4 days after this page.
Anyway, how much... Did they kill someone in there? Look at how much blood is on the window.
No, remember we said we agreed he lived.
Oh, yeah. It really is a lot of blood, though, dude. Like...
Yeah. Originally, I think it shows that originally there was to be like more realistic violence at the time or whatever. I just eventually kind of decided,
fuck it.
Yeah, it's like, that's not what's fun to write. Plus, we have superpowers and stuff, so you know what? You can deal with some more cartoony fights and stuff.
Yeah. Plus,
we want to keep them kind of grounded in realism, but
Alex.
More dynamic.
Alex, I think it works. The realism thing is most apparent for Alex because Alex has no powers himself. When he does fight someone with powers, it's usually very low key. It works best for him. It works very well.
Or it's like Bullet Time, where someone Bullet Time was using his power, his Bullet Time was stomping him. It's just once Alex found a way to neutralize that.
Yeah. Anyway, we see Ren for the first time here, bottom left.
Yep.
Moving on. Like I've said before, oh no, wait, we're not at that yet. We're at this page where he sees his costume for the first time. Wait, how was he able to carry around that backpack that whole time at school, presumably taking out his lunch and his books without ever actually seeing the costume? Was he just like reaching in without looking?
I think... Well, okay, that kind of makes sense if you think about it, like, just wouldn't have any books the first day, but...
He has a book there!
Well, yeah, but I mean, would have been given it that day, wouldn't have had it going in.
Yeah, that's something.
But, I think I wrote it in the script like there was like a secret compartment in the backpack for the suit. It just didn't come out that way.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I had the whole idea about carrying the suit in his backpack for everything dropped anyway, and I just keep it in the trunk.
Okay, yeah, it works better. Next page. Yeah. That guy is fucking dead. Anyway, I've said this before.
I kind of want to have that guy show up at the end.
Yeah, because we're doing another scene at this bank.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. And I've been really dreading that because this bank. I just remember this bank was just so boring to draw.
Yeah. We hated this bank by the end of this because, as we're probably gonna start addressing, this fight scene went on way too long.
Yeah.
This was a learning experience for us because after. Similar to what we did with that first fight scene with Spencer and Blues is that we started to learn how to pace the fights better, and I don't think we realized until it was actually being drawn how long the fight was coming out.
I'll say that since we see the bank, it'll look more interesting.
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
As a consequence of the story, it'll look different.
They feng shuied the whole place and shit.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think Alex and Power have this fight there every year? Do you think like the bank owner is like kind of pissed about it?
After the first page of the next chapter covers that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll look later.
I can go ahead and gist it. Basically, this idea is at first they just were weirded out and frightened by it. Same for the next year. Then they tried closing down. Then they decided to say screw it, started marketing it.
Very nice.
But yeah, two things to say on this page. One, I hate that speech where he goes. Like, I even wanted to rewrite that before this page went up.
What quote?
The race thing, it's too on the nose.
Oh, yeah.
And two, her head in that one panel is shaped like one of the turns to my brother's two.
Huh. Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, yeah, let's go on to 30.
That's going on. Like I've said, I said this in the comments, I'm sure, or someplace. I tried to design Power. Power is designed to look like a movie. Oh shit! Wow. The text just exploded. It just blew up.
Yeah.
Like originally super tiny, giant. How the fuck did that happen?
I think at a point we decided some of it was too hard to read or something.
Oh.
Or it could have been to combat how the way we'd render it in Paint, oftentimes lowercase I would turn into L's.
Yeah, that's been, I've been noticing that. That fucking sucks. But this actually isn't that bad. I guess I was getting a little bit better with some of the design, with some of the looks here. I like the way that Paul is just like throwing that bag over his shoulder.
I like this rant, that first panel, that stupid little T-shirt gag. That is a plot point, like a major plot point.
Oh yeah. Well, obviously, that like, yeah, you guys have read it. You know who that guy is. That's Ren.
Yeah. Also, I do not like that shade of red I went with for the Star Child outfit at first.
You mean shade of orange?
Just to say something. Huh?
Shade of orange?
Yeah, I'm saying just that shade of orange on the Star Child outfit. Like I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Right,
you said.
think about
You had said shade of red. I'm sorry.
I did. Sorry. Yeah, just that shade. Like I'll say this. Even now, it is hard. Like if I ever have to adjust the shade for the Star Child outfit or whatever, that is a hard shade of orange to nail.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, oh Jesus, the gate, the gates on the teller boxes in the background there, that took forever to do. Like I barely even notice it, but it looks but it looks okay, like for the time.
Yeah, like those things. Honestly, now those probably fairly quick. It's just a den learning experience and all that.
It was. Yeah.
So next time those show up, we probably will have like a crowd thing in front of them or something.
Most likely, and they were like and they're in like pretty much every page too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what made this whole sequence so taxing. Was just it was so long and just kept seeing the same place. Which
yeah, I might just like thumb through these things.
Yeah, there's a. I don't even know how much I have to say on this one, other than the fact that the way that Alex is fighting Paul here is supposed to have foreshadow some of the things he uses in the weapon fight.
Yeah.
There's just some things that weren't really working.
No, I really. Paul looks way too fucking huge in that last one. That's kind of all I have to say.
Yeah, I think even at the time I was thinking that.
Yeah, because it's weird how this. Yeah, this is sort of foreshadowing the weapon fight because he was doing the choking thing now, and ironically, it works on weapon, but not on this guy.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why this weapon out needs his hand.
Yeah. Next page. Fuck this. Oh wait, you have something?
Oh, not really. Just for the sequence as a whole.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, I was just going to say that it's interesting to me how, like, since this, it seems like we've largely stepped away from having lengthy fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like, not to say there won't be some, but the next chapter has probably the longest one to date.
Or at the very least, like, the fight scenes we have more stuff going in them, because honestly, this is kind of a boring fight.
Yeah. I said that, like, the next chapter probably has the longest fight scene to date in any of the comics.
Yeah, but it's not like, the thing with a lot of the fights is that they're kind of just showcase action pieces, and the next fight scene that we're going to do is the center of that fucking. It's like
it's like the centerpiece of the chapter.
Oh yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is like the weakest debut for a major villain ever.
Oh yeah.
Which the idea for O'Hara was supposed to be that she was wearing like an elaborate robe gear even. It's just like we didn't really have time to design it.
Oh yeah, was that it?
I think that was it, and also at a point she was supposed to have sleeves, like a sleeveless coat, and we were supposed to see all of her tattoos here. It just that didn't happen, so I made a throat tattoo, which actually looks pretty different here from how it was in later pages. You can still see the resemblance.
Yeah, yeah. She still looks a little bit sick, as well as I could do back then. I just realized that Ren still has those shit glasses.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was maybe one of the biggest pluses of switching to Manga Studio. I could draw glasses in a way that actually looked good.
Yeah, and they're actually very easy to do.
Oh yeah, like I could just knock those out. Anyway, moving on. Oh, this was the first time we ever did a Daredevil effect. Wow.
Yeah.
I did not think we did that until Blues.
I thought we had, though then again, Blues would have already been drawn around this point, because,
oh yeah, and Andy does the Daredevil thing like in the first chapter.
Yeah. So I don't know which one came first. This one probably did, just because we had 30 pages more drawn before we started, and this is just, well, actually, no. Blues one actually probably did come first.
Huh. I gotta keep going. I'm sorry. There are so many of these pages where like nothing happens, as we're starting to realize.
Yeah, this fight scene's hard to talk about. Like later fight scenes will be a bit more interesting. Like that weapon one, I'm sure I'll have a lot to say.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a ton for that. I like the touch on the stars though.
And I know I just have to say it. Who throws a shoe?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this was supposed to be one of those early signs of just like how much Alex is just a dirty fighter. Also that mask. Look at that mask in that one now. I think you had forgotten to draw it on. I guess I couldn't just draw a black line.
Oh god. Yeah, that's it. I like how he's apparently wearing a black stocking under the shoe. Oh gee, I wonder what's gonna happen. He's standing right by the window. I gotta keep going. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have more to say when. Oh, actually, the window one came out okay. Like that last panel looks nice. Something.
I actually had a point. Kind of wanted to do a running gag of just every time Paul's in a fight, he goes through a window.
That'd be neat.
I wanted to have that show up again in Power Tower whenever Reed beat him up off screen. It just didn't happen.
Aw, that would have been fun.
Like next time you see him in a fight, he might wind up doing a window.
There's actually, that reminds me, there's a very obscure superhero group called Section 8, and one of their members is just a guy who carries around like a little tiny window that you can set on the ground and throw people through. That's his superpower. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna move on. Fuck. This
38.
Section 8. Oh, page 38. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ren Rukia looks a lot better than Ruki. Shit.
I really regret that name.
Yeah, because she was obviously drawn to resemble. She was based on chick from an anime I don't watch and actually think is really overrated.
Yeah, I don't like Bleach either. Here's the reason I did that. It's when I was in 138 games, I had downloaded a version of one of her somebody made because I didn't kind of like the character at least.
Yeah.
And I just put her in a group with Tower, and I kind of wanted to recreate that group.
Okay, that's cool.
Like that's the reason for that, and that's why somebody who's very obviously based on the mid shows there and all that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's she looks nice at least, like comparatively here. Like I said, I tried to get like I wanted Power to look kind of glamorous for a crime boss. Like she looks sort of like a movie star. And so she makes all of her flunkies like sort of try and carry themselves and dress a certain way.
Which also another reason why it's that way is just because I like the idea of doing something with a loaded glove, which didn't really communicate in that page because it kind of looked more like Spy-ish or whatever.
Yeah, this is
this is showing up as offline, right?
What? Shit. Okay. Crap. Shit. We disconnected. Damn it. I don't know how to fix this without... Okay, attempting to reconnect. Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, I can hear you, yeah.
Okay.
They're still staying offline. I wonder how long it's been out.
Damn it! I might have to... God fucking damn it. It says it lost the internet connection. Great.
Weird. Maybe lost your internet down or something.
Okay, it's still recording at least, so I'm still getting...
Is it certain? I mean...
Yes, it is still recording.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna be... Okay. Aha!
Sorry for that random interruption, people, but, yeah, that's,
We thought we had a problem. It's possible we still might and are going to look like idiots when we try to upload this later.
Yeah, we'll probably give it a listen first. Okay.
Most likely, yeah. I like hearing the sound of my own voice, unlike you.
Okay, so we're on 39 now?
We're on 39, yeah. It does look very sci-fi-ish. The glove is all...
Yeah, which it was supposed to just be a glove with a weight in it.
like brass nickel glove.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm moving on. Like this.
Yeah. And there's no hair idea. I don't know why she was so invested in this fight.
She's a sadist. She probably just likes seeing two people beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah. At a point in time, Miss Shea was also supposed to show up as part of this fight.
No, she shows up in chapter 2.
Yeah, and I was just saying, I think she was intended to show up in this fight. We just didn't find an opening for her.
Looking completely different. Anyway, oh crap, I'm moving on. We're at 41 now. I know we are blazing through these things, but we honestly honestly just do not have stuff to say about these fights.
Yeah, 41,
Which kind of shows the problems with these, with this fight scene.
I do like the way the fight ends. I just think it could have been done better.
Yeah, like we could have punched up more between the beginning and end, or just shortened it.
Yeah. Just like, if there's another Alex fight with the two of them, and there probably will be,
yeah,
then it'll be much punchier. Because I do have some specific ideas for how the next fight between them would go.
Yeah. Okay, 42. Oh, this is the last one. I forgot. Yeah, it's. I'm thinking not so much now, but I think especially toward the beginning, Wright As Rayne chapters ended really suddenly, like really spontaneously.
Yeah, I don't really like.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't like how this chapter ends.
Yeah.
Like, I like the idea of going down on the name. It just like the way that I asked it sounds more like you just asked it on a meta level.
Yeah.
Like I should have done with something like what do they call you, or like what do you call yourself, or something like that. Like I should have phrased it differently.
Yeah.
But I did try to call back to this scene with the Serena and Mystic getting their names.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true, isn't it?
Yeah, I was actually trying to invoke this page.
Okay.
Also, there's Glory.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we get to see Glory for the first time. And, yeah, Alex is... This is... Like, I think that was one of the bigger, like, differences between this and Blues starting out, is that Blues would, I would, like, do a lot of wrap-up for Blues at the end of the chapters.
Yeah, War started doing that, too.
Yeah, it started, but, like, I'm just saying, like, at the beginning, like, endings would be, like, very, very, very sudden.
Yeah.
And Blues would have more of an episodic feel to it.
Yeah. I think it was about chapter 6 whenever. Well, no, chapter 6 was really short. I'd say about chapter 7 whenever War started to get to that.
Was that Power Tower?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about when it started happening. Yeah.
But yeah, that license number I have to try to keep that consistent.
Yeah. So
that stupid random number, nobody's gonna remember that. I try to keep that consistent. Like I remember I actually straight up wrote a different one for the chapter. I went back and changed it to be that one.
Nice. Very nice. Like, even I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm oblivious, but of course I'm oblivious to a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's like I don't remember what that number is without looking it up. It's just I remember that it came up, so I try to keep it consistent. Also, what is with that ghost cameraman?
What ghost camera? Oh, What do you mean?
Like the first panel, that dude is just straight up white.
Huh. It kind of is. I think that might be your version because you're looking at the file, like looking at Comic Fury.
Oh no! I'm looking at Comic Fury. And the stream's working now.
Oh, okay. Hopefully, it shouldn't matter.
So looking at it on your screen, it might just be the same here, and this monitor does have a tendency to tint things a bit.
Yeah. Monitor stuff is like weird and complicated and shit.
Yeah, so
and
it's like
changes everything.
Kind of straight white on this computer tends to look kind of yellowish.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
let's see. There was nothing between chapters, so no need to do any like Fallout stuff, I guess.
No.
So,
It was nice looking back. I mean, I hope a lot of you guys were entertained by this. We want to do more of these things.
Yeah, maybe you learned something. I don't know.
Please comment on this shit, especially you, Wolfentina. We wait for your comments. That's how big of it. That's how lonely and desperate for praise we are.
Same for Zorro or anyone else? Oh yeah. I think we try to remember you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys a lot, and those of you who read and don't comment, we want you to comment. Like we really do appreciate all of our fans and all of the people who come in, and even if you're just a number on the daily visitor count. I'm talking up a little bit now because the rain suddenly started getting a lot louder and whatever.
And even if you're just somebody who just finds this video on YouTube and just thinks this comment looks terrible, go ahead and weigh in and say it because we agree.
Yeah. Please give us the benefit of a doubt by looking at some of the more recent ones. Yeah. Please do. We beg of you.
So, to anyone who's listened for however long this has run for,
actually, this is really good timing because we're going to lose. The phone is going to click off in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Actually, no, it wouldn't because of the fact that I had to tell you that.
No, that it's with that. It's counting from that.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I guess we chose this is time to wrap up. So,
yeah. Yeah, as bad as the artwork is and as bad as the writing is, it is important to remember that we were both learning at this point.
Yeah, and we're still learning.
Yeah, and I think it's nice to look back and see just how much better we've gotten and how we've improved and all that stuff. It's nice. It really makes you feel like you've accomplished something.
And even if you think our current stuff does suck, and even then, more power to you. At least admit we've got better than this.
Yeah. This is a low bar. So what year did these come out?
Well, 2011.
2011, okay, yeah. Yeah. I really do, like, yeah, I'm probably going to stop broadcasting in a moment. Thank you, everyone, for listening for this long. Shit. Okay, thanks, everyone, for listening for this long.
We'll hopefully try and get out the, I guess what would be next would be maybe the first chapter of Black Princess, but that would depend on if we can get Abe for it, or if we can just beat in,
Yeah, I need to look into how we can do conference calling on this sort of system.
I believe you can. I think you can.
Yeah, we need to figure out how we can get Abe in on this, because he's done, because we're really big fans of Abe, we love him a lot. He's done a lot of work for us, and we're very big fans of his stuff. And I think it feels like it would be wrong to do at least chapters that he's contributed on for Black Princess without him chiming in.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Next up might be Blues instead. I don't know when the next one will be.
Yeah.
Try in a couple of weeks. We don't know.
Yeah, scheduling is hard for these things, but we'll try and get this off whenever possible.
Yeah. And since we don't know if we'll do every chapter or not, though I would like to.
Yeah.
If there are any chapters in particular anyone wants to see us weigh in on or get our thoughts on, just let us know.
Yeah, tell us what you think. If YouTube's reputation is true to form, then we'll be getting a shit ton of very mean comics about how much this sucks. So hearing from our fans means more to us than we should be proud of, and it does get us through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and even if nobody comments at all, we'd still love to hear from somebody.
Please, we're begging you. Anyway, I'm Adam Cowie.
Yeah, I'm Martin Ferguson, and hope you enjoyed.
Good night.